A delicate white flower once controlled the world's insects. It worked for 2,000 years. Then the chemical industry spent a century erasing it from history. By 2024, they'd built a $3.5 billion market, replacing something that cost farmers pennies. Subscribe now and let's explore what industry doesn't want you to know. A remarkable botanical specimen once controlled insects across entire continents, then vanished from commercial cultivation. The Dalmatian chrysanthemum, scientifically called Tanacetum cinerariifolium, is a modest white flower with silvery fern-like foliage reaching 45 to 100 centimeters tall. Hidden within its tiny yellow disc flowers exists a compound so sophisticated that modern chemistry spent decades attempting to duplicate it. This flower produces paralysis in insects within seconds through contact, yet leaves mammals completely unharmed. Its selectivity ratio stands at 2,250 times, more than 2,000 times more toxic to insects than to vertebrates. The chemical industry emerged from a desire to own what nature had given freely. In 1842, a Bavarian merchant named Marcus Velleman traveled through mountain communities in present-day Georgia. He discovered local populations using traditional powder for protection against disease-carrying insects. Villagers dusted it across sleeping quarters, rubbed it into garments, and sprinkled it along doorways. Everywhere the powder touched, insect populations ceased to exist. The substance came from processed flower heads using techniques refined across generations. Velleman recognized the opportunity immediately. By 1855, he'd registered a commercial operation in Vienna under the brand Vellemanite. His son, Edmund Velleman, took command in 1880 and made a crucial observation. The most potent variety grew wild along the Croatian coastline. This modest white daisy possessed silvery fern-colored leaves and extraordinary killing ability concentrated in those yellow reproductive centers. Edmund shifted the entire operation to this superior variety. The Dalmatian chrysanthemum became the family's golden commodity, cultivated alongside olive production in communities stretching across the Croatian coast and islands. For centuries, farmers understood something that contemporary agriculture would forget. They cultivated the Dalmatian chrysanthemum alongside olive trees deliberately. One crop supplied nutrition, the companion plant protected it from pests. This was synergistic agriculture refined across generations. Farmers harvested flowers around June 13th, the feast day of St. Anthony, precisely when active chemical content reached maximum concentration. They dried flowers in ventilated darkness, critical because direct light damaged the active compounds. Then they ground them using simple mortars or basic mills. The technique served for centuries. Here exists crucial knowledge the chemical industry would later spend billions attempting to engineer around. An insecticide that disappears is not a flaw, it's the design feature. A spray that eliminates pests today and vanishes by tomorrow creates no soil contamination, builds no groundwater accumulation, and deposits no toxic residue. By 1914, Croatia ranked among the world's largest suppliers. By 1949, commercial production had ceased entirely. In 1910, German industrialist Friedrich Wassermann financed research to isolate the flower's active ingredient and synthesize it chemically, eliminating costly reliance on imported plant material. He intended to patent the results exclusively. The investigations proved far more complicated than anticipated. The Dalmatian chrysanthemum manufactures 6 distinct compounds simultaneously: pyrethrins 1 and 2, cinerins 1 and 2, and jasmolins 1 and 2. These constitute a sophisticated chemical cocktail of closely related monoterpene esters. These 6 compounds operate through 2 distinct mechanisms synergistically. Type 1 compounds deliver lethal poisoning directly. Type 2 compounds deliver instantaneous knockdown. Paralysis strikes within seconds of contact. No individual compound accomplishes what the mixture achieves collectively. The landmark publication occurred on April 17, 1922, detailing the complete pyrethrin structure. But the timeline reveals true motivation. The manuscript was deliberately held back until October 1923 to permit patent applications first. The scientific discovery waited. The financial opportunity did not. Pyrethrins attach to voltage-regulated sodium channels in insect nerve cells, jamming gates into open positions. The nerve fires uncontrollably. Hyperexcitation occurs. Paralysis follows. Death results. This number demands attention. Pyrethrins register at 2,250 times more toxic to insects compared to vertebrates. Mammalian liver enzymes deconstruct pyrethrin molecules through rapid chemical breakdown. In laboratory mice, more than 85% of consumed pyrethrin gets excreted within 2 days. The compound absorbs poorly through mammalian skin. The EPA classifies natural pyrethrins as not likely to generate cancer, assigning them the lowest toxicity classification. And then it vanishes. The biological half-life of natural pyrethrin when exposed to sunlight is less than 15 minutes. On tomato plant leaves, it disappears within 60 minutes. After 18 hours of ultraviolet exposure, merely 1% remains. The compounds that result from breakdown contain no remaining insecticidal activity. A pharmaceutical corporation announcing a medication with this selectivity between target and non-target organisms would generate front-page medical journalism. This flower has delivered exactly this performance for 2,000 years. You cannot patent a flower. Flowers reproduce from seed. Any individual owns seeds. Nobody can monopolize botanical reproduction. Within 3 decades, the initial artificial pyrethrin-resembling compound was synthesized. Within 7 decades, over 1,000 different versions were developed. 1949 marked when Otto Velleman surrendered the family operation, identical timing when Milton Schechter at the USDA synthesized alithrin. The botanical age was concluding. The molecular age had commenced. Marcus Elliott at Rothamsted Experimental Research Facility in England systematically altered the natural pyrethrin template over 25 years. In 1967, he created resmethrin. In 1972, permethrin emerged, the first synthetic version sufficiently stable for agricultural field application. Following this came cyprethrin, then deltamethrin, a compound so potent it was designated the billion-dollar crystal. Every molecule achieved patent protection. Each patent created exclusive revenue streams economically impossible with flowers any farmer could cultivate from purchased seeds. The worldwide artificial pyrethroid market expanded between $3.4 billion to $4.2 billion by 2024. Projections estimate $5.7 billion by 2033. Natural pyrethrin extract markets remained trapped at roughly $300 million. The persistence that rendered synthetic molecules commercially valuable simultaneously made them ecologically destructive. Natural pyrethrin's soil half-life measures 2 to 9 days. Permethrin persists 39 days. Bifenthrin, the longest persisting agricultural insecticide, remains in soil for 97 to 345 days. In cold, oxygen-free sediment, it persists 25 to 65 months. By 2020, 78% of surface water samples from urban watersheds across 8 California counties contained pyrethroid compounds. Research documented that nearly all creek sediments produced toxicity to indicator species. A 2022 systematic analysis concluded that pyrethroids are probably developmental neurotoxicants in humans. 80% of investigated studies documented significant connections between childhood pyrethroid exposure and adverse neurological development. They engineered artificial persistence into molecules whose botanical templates naturally disappeared. They constructed a $3.5 billion market replacing botanical extracts while dismantling industries that employed hundreds of thousands. Kenya's Pyrethrum agricultural sector once represented East African farming excellence. In 1927, seeds from the Dalmatian coastline were transported to the Kenyan highlands. The cool volcanic elevations replicated Dalmatian conditions remarkably. By 1961, Kenya produced more than 10,000 metric tons annually, supplying 70% of planetary production. At its 1992 maximum, production reached 18,000 tons for more than 200,000 individual farmers. More than 2 million individuals depended economically on this single crop. Then, the market collapsed. Cheaper synthetic pyrethroid compounds flooded Kenya's primary market, the United States. Production descended from 18,000 tons to roughly 300 to 500 tons. Active farming families declined from 300,000 to approximately 6,000. Kenya's planetary participation dropped from 90% to 2%. Despite this tragedy, the Kenyan highlands did not forget. Farming families like the Kipurus earn 44,000 Kenyan shillings monthly from a single acre. Gladys Emby witnessed her income multiply 8-fold after collaborating with Contegra Biotechnology. The organization now collaborates with more than 20,000 farming families and constructed a $10 million processing facility in Nairobi. Rwanda demonstrates identical revival, with approximately 37,000 farmers growing pyrethrum. One farmer, Elias Kanya Muhandanda, communicates that thanks to this flower, all my siblings completed formal education and we transitioned from a grass dwelling to permanent house construction. The flower is returning, not exclusively through corporate strategy, but through farming families reclaiming crops their ancestors cultivated. The Dalmatian Chrysanthemum grows as a perennial in USDA zones 5 through 9. Seeds are accessible through multiple online merchants at minimal expense. Search for white surrounding petals, grayish, silvery fern-resembling foliage, and slender wire-textured branches. The grayish foliage serves as the distinguishing characteristic. Place seeds directly on soil. They require light for germination. Anticipate germination spanning 14 to 30 days. Position in complete solar exposure in well-drained, marginally alkaline soil. Once established, the plant demonstrates drought tolerance and remarkable resistance to pest infestations. Harvest when white petals orient completely horizontally and yellow central flowers have opened. This represents maximum pyrethrin concentration. Dry in ventilated darkness, never direct sunshine. Process using mortar and pestle or kitchen blender. To manufacture spray, combine 20 grams of processed powder in 6 liters of warm water. Soak 3 hours, filter, add ½ tablespoon liquid soap per liter and 1 teaspoon culinary oil per liter. Apply in late afternoon or evening. Store dried flowers in sealed, light-proof containers in cool conditions. Freezer storage extends viability to 6 months. Once combined into spray, utilize within 1 day. The flower that became industry's enemy. First, pyrethrins demonstrate non-selective toxicity. They eliminate beneficial organisms, including honeybees and predatory beetles. Apply only when pollinators remain inactive. Second, pyrethrins demonstrate extreme aquatic organism toxicity. prevent any solution from entering ponds, streams, or water containers. Third, pyrethrins present serious danger to cats. Feline species lack liver enzymes necessary for detoxifying these compounds. Exposure produces muscle tremors, convulsive episodes, and potential fatality. Maintain cats away from treated regions. The chemical industry spent a century replacing a botanical solution with synthetic alternatives, molecules persisting in earth environments for months, compounds remaining in waterway systems for years, residual chemicals in children's bodies connected to developmental neurological damage. The original flower still flourishes wild on Dalmatian limestone formations. It still grows in Kenyan mountain communities and Rwanda farming cooperatives. It still executes precisely what it accomplished for 2,000 years, eliminates insects through direct contact, and disappears when exposed to sunlight. Now you understand. The Dalmatian chrysanthemum is a white daisy that any individual can cultivate, that no company can legally monopolize, that the chemical industry spent a century attempting to make you forget. Subscribe to Nature's Forgotten World right now. Comment below which native flower in your region has healing properties you've discovered. Share this with every gardener you know. Like this video. Forgotten plants are returning. History is being rewritten, and it starts with understanding what industry tried to erase.